Hey, I thought I'd do a quick port review for 20XX. I actually got the key from the developer. Now, I have played this game for like 150 hours, so I am not going to be doing a traditional review. I'm just going to review the port and how it performs. Now, the first thing I should mention is that I am playing it on the, let me see here. I think it's set up on my micro SD card. Yeah, it's on my micro SD card, so the load times that I have may differ depending on what kind of card you have or if you have it on system memory, but they are pretty long. The other thing I should mention is that they're charging $18 for it. Now, at first glance, that seems like it's switch taxed, but it actually isn't. We'll see why in a second here. So, Hawk is the DLC character that came out on the PC version recently, and they have her included in the game for free. All you have to do is just beat the game once. So when you factor in that price, the game is $15 base price on Steam with no sales or anything, and then the Hawk DLC is $13. There's actually no switch tax at all, not a single cent. So that's pretty nice. I mean, there's plenty of indie games on the eShop that are just like switch priced ridiculously for no reason. But that's not a problem here. So I have some soul chips here. Let me go ahead and spend these really quick. Use the unlock trick. You can see how long the load times are. I will try to get the game on my system memory and see if it makes a difference, but I don't really think it does. Wizard of Legend has the exact same problem too. Now, the only problem I have with this port, this is just a matter of preference. It depends on how you play Mega Man X games. If you've ever watched Mega Man X speedruns, you know that most players, no matter what level of speedrun they're at, they all dash with a different method. Some people use R1 for dash, or R, which is something I've never done. I've always either used the A button or the circle button on the PlayStation controller in claw style, which is having 3 of your right-hand fingers on the controller on the face buttons and playing that way, and using your left hand to continue the grip or kind of stabilize the controller. You don't have that option here. On the PC version, you can change the controls however you want, but here, all you can do is change it to dash with A, which is definitely a problem for me because I've played with L-Dash pretty much since the Mega Man Zero days, and pretty much around that time, like Mega Man X4 was out around that time and stuff, so it's been an awkward thing for me. They basically said that they will change it if they get enough complaints about it, but for now, it's going to stay the way it is. So if you're an L-Dasher like I am, this port is going to be really difficult to use. Otherwise, it's pretty much fine. A lot of the other options on the PC version are intact, except from obvious stuff like, VSync and resolution and things like that. So let me go buy some more items. I have finished maybe like 5 or 6 runs on this. Obviously, I'm not really in a rush to complete this since I've played this game 1,000 times, but alright. It's a pretty good start. So to be able to see the load times here, they don't seem to differ between portable and docked mode. I've beaten this game numerous times in both portable and docked mode. I can tell you right now, the only real performance issue is when there's a large explosion on the portable mode. In docked mode, it doesn't seem to happen at all. And by large explosions, I mean things like when the bosses die or at the end when you go through the escape. There can be some pretty significant lag there. But neither of those is really that much of a big deal. And in docked mode, they're completely removed, so it's probably something that will be patched later on. They probably just need to do a little bit of a performance patch for portable mode. Other than that, it's a rock-solid 60 FPS. I've had a bunch of crazy shit going on, and I've never had any kind of performance issue aside from the aforementioned things like explosions. So playing this has basically required me to learn how to play Mega Man again, simply because I have to dash with R1. I really hope that they will change that. It's probably the only complaint I have with this port. I actually did half a run at the chiropractor office a couple days ago, so definitely can vouch for its usefulness as a portable game. The load times do hurt it quite a bit, but thanks to sleep mode and stuff, it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, I'm sure people will do some more accurate testing with different kinds of storage media, maybe faster micro SD cards or something, or putting it on storage system memory. See if that helps a little bit, but it does take quite a while to load stuff. So when this boss dies here, which is probably going to be pretty quick because I actually have a pretty decent amount of stat boosts, you'll see a large explosion, and that is what I'll be referring to in terms of the performance issues on the portable mode. Now, even in the escape sequence at the end of the game, the performance hitch is not that bad. It does kind of mess with things a little bit, but it's nothing you can't deal with. So that explosion right there would make it chug a little bit, for instance. Alright, let's do a fast level. The Sky Temple can be pretty painfully slow unless you get a good level layout, or you have good movement options, neither of which I have right now. So once you've been in the game for a while, the load times do seem to reduce quite a bit. I guess it puts more of itself in the RAM or something. I don't know how the game works under the hood, but I have noticed if I've had the game on for a while, it actually does load a little bit faster. Which is kind of the opposite of Wizard of Legend, which memory leaks. But I think Wizard of Legend is going to be just as good as this port in the near future. They said that they are working on optimizing it and stuff. But for now, if you want an action roguelike and you don't want to have to worry about port quality and stuff, I definitely recommend this. And probably Devil's Dare. That game does have some performance issues too, but nothing really too major. Ah! There we go. So this is definitely one game that doesn't really have any kind of real major disadvantage in portable or docked mode. It runs pretty much the same. It's kind of like a fighting game in that regard, where there's not really a big difference. I can't vouch for if you have it running in endless mode and you had it on for an hour or something. I mean, that can crash a computer, so they even tell you when you start endless mode that it might crash, and they can't really vouch for its stability. But if you're just going to be playing the game normally, there's no issues at all. So you can see how short that explosion is. That's basically the only time there will be any kind of performance issue at all. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Let me give you the file size really quick. So it's 1.1 gigs. It is $18. It will be available on the 10th, which would be tomorrow by the time you see this. Like I said, there is no switch tax at all. Really no issues in playing it in portable or docked mode. Docked mode does remove the little small performance hitches that the portable mode has. So I think it's a really good package. I think this is definitely one of the best indie ports that I've played on the console. I would definitely recommend it. I haven't tested the co-op or anything. I don't really have the means to try that. I haven't tested the netcode either, but I have tested most of the single-player stuff, and I can definitely vouch for this being a good port. It's definitely very nice of them to not switch tax it either, because, you know, they easily could have charged a couple extra dollars for this, and I don't think people would have batted an eye. But basically they give you all the DLC from the PC version, which right now is just one character to give it to you for free. All you have to do is just unlock her. So if you start the game and you buy it and she's not there, you'll just have to finish the game once. There's numerous easy ways to do that, and you'll have her available. Anyway, I just wanted to get this out since they were nice enough to give me a key. They actually remembered me from when I was in early access for the original game like 4 years ago. So this is all I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be doing any kind of numbered reviews or anything. I just wanted to kind of get to the nitty-gritty about the port. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Peace.